Good morning, good evening, hello guys, and welcome back to another TKWF Universe mode. Now, I apologize for the delay last week. To break kayfabe, basically the game's been crashing a lot for me lately, and I've been struggling to record. But we're back, and we've got another brilliant week ahead of you guys. But to start off with the show, we have the rookie, Rufus Rush, coming out to explain his actions from last week and why he attacked Vex. Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Rufus Rush, the rookie, has said he is done being treated like the rookie, and he's going to show Vex that he is ruthless. I don't know what that means, but we do have a one-on-one match between Rufus and Vex later on tonight. But for now, we have this man, Scott Priest. He came in last week and made a brilliant starting debut for himself. Didn't pull off the win, unfortunately. So he has asked for a redemption match, if you will, here tonight, to prove that he can win a match and that he is not some nobody who just tried to make a name for himself in a false claim. The TKWF is anything but forgiving for their fans, for their wrestlers, I should say. So we are going to give him his redemption match against the one, the only Yamamoto. Now, people, we haven't seen Yamamoto on the screen for a couple of episodes. He's still recovering from the loss against Andre Salas in the Intercontinental title match. But he is here to show that he can be a dominant force in this company. And surely enough, Yamamoto coming in to try make his second match better than his debut match. Now, keep in mind that we aren't too big on wins and losses in the TKWF. As long as you put on a brilliant match, we support you. The fans may not, however, agree with that statement, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter wins and losses. It depends on how good your match is. And Yamamoto, although he did not beat Andre Salas and is not our first Intercontinental Champion, he did put on one hell of a showing in that title match. And he's here again against Scott Priest to see if either of these guys can redeem themselves and show that they deserve a win in this company, deserve to be here in the TKWF. So here we are tonight. And oh my god, already Yamamoto starting the match off strong with a DDT here. Now, I should mention, I did say we have a one-on-one match later on tonight between Vex and Rufus Rush. I forgot to mention that if Rufus Rush wins, he will get a rematch for the Multi-Man Championship, where he gets to choose either the stipulation or the third member in the match. So that is what the stakes are in that match. But for now, we have Scott Priest, who is actually taking the dominance back over Yamamoto after a nice counter. But Yamamoto starting to fight back now. And later on tonight, we will hear from our Intercontinental Champion Andre Salas on the match last week when he failed to beat TK Landon in the best of 3 series that they were kind of having, even though it was kind of unofficial that it was the best of 3 series. He says that he has some strong words to bring forth to TK Landon here tonight. So we will hear from them. And even though their best of 3 series is over, I'm sure we will see them face off very soon. But for now, back to this match. The Wild Man, Scott Priest, taking on the mysterious enigma that is Yamamoto. And so far, these two are going back and forth in this match. Again, both have something to prove. Priest wants more of a thing because we have an agreement with DZW. If we aren't happy with the superstars, then they will be fired because TKWF cannot handle superstars that we are not happy with. And the denizens of DZW have been told that. So far, we have been fairly happy with them, but Priest feels that he didn't perform well enough. Ooh, a nice STO there. He feels that he didn't perform well enough in his first match, and he wants this match as a redemption to prove what he can show. He says the debut match, you know, no excuses, he just performed bad. Oh, and the kick to the head. And yeah, so he wants this match as a way to show that he can perform better. So far, Yamamoto is just going to town on poor Scott Priest here, who is barely able to perform any type of combat maneuvers. Anytime he gets the upper hand, Yamamoto turns it straight back around. Oh, and here we go. And a powerbomb, sit-out powerbomb there from Yamamoto. Poor Scott Priest, unable to defend himself pretty much. Yamamoto's just taken dominance over him in this match now. And that is just something that you don't want to see. Oh no. Well, we know what's going on now. The basement drop kick in the corner. And surely enough, Yamamoto going for the cover now. Something you don't normally see after the basement drop kick in the corner. Oh, Priest kicking out at 1 after the basement drop kick. Yamamoto not happy with that. Oh, here we go. The Bloody Sunday. He hits the Bloody Sunday. And that is it for Scott Priest. This has got to be it. 1, 2. Oh my god, Scott Priest kicked out at 2? What? After the Bloody Sunday? Scott Priest has more resolve in him than I thought he would. And I thought that would have been a Shining Wizard, but no, it was an Enziguri to the back of the head. Well, Scott Priest said that he wanted to redeem himself. And by God, is he trying to do that tonight? He is not allowing Yamamoto to get anywhere in this match. No matter how much Yamamoto throws at him, Scott Priest is still getting up. He's still kicking out of everything that Yamamoto has to throw at him. And, oh! Scott Priest is finally fighting back now. After all the beating that Yamamoto's put him through in this match. This is not a good sight for... Oh, and a sit-out powerbomb once again. The second one of the match. One of Yamamoto's favorite moves right there. Oh, he's going to the top rope now. What's going for? Elbow drop off the top rope. And Priest is just lifeless in the middle of the ring now. Oh! Or was he playing possum? Because he's back up. Countered with a nice arm breaker there. Nice jumping clothesline. Knocked Yamamoto down. Oh, he's getting hyped up now. Oh, he's kicking Yamamoto in the corner. Pushing him in now. And now, what's Priest got going on here? Oh, a punch! Oh, what's he... Full Nelson, full out slam! I'm sure there's probably a better name for that, but that's what I know it as. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The full Nelson fall-away slam was not enough for Priest to hold Yamamoto down. Priest is getting ready. Yamamoto is slowly getting to his feet now. And what do we got now? Oh my god. I don't know what to call that move, but that was a deadly move. And it kept Yamamoto down. Priest is finished. Sorry, Yamamoto is finished. Priest redeemed himself. Sorry, I am kind of tired. Enough breaking kayfabe to now. Priest has asked for a redemption challenge, and I feel he has succeeded in the redemption. Yamamoto not looking happy. You know, he knows that there's not much left in his tank. He's lost both of his matches here in TKWF so far. And that could mean one of two things. It could mean the Yamamoto's going to try some different tactics in attempts to try pull off the win. But for now, let's focus on our current match we have here this evening. It is, again, a redemption match, but not one that has been claimed as a redemption match. But it is Jackson Jepson. I hope I said his name right. Jackson Jepson. He has requested a match. You know, he put on an amazing match against Grim Oxley. It just did not end in victory for him. But now he's going up against someone probably just as tough as Grim Oxley in Doc. You know, Doc has asked for a match he hasn't been used in a few weeks since he lost the world title match against TK Landon. And surely enough, he wants to prove himself here. And I mean, he almost had TK Landon beat, if you remember watching that very first episode, you know. He almost had TK Landon beat. He had him up for the jackknife, but Landon reversed into a DDT where he hit the unbelievable kick. And that was just it. That was the match. That was over. So, you know, it's not for Doc being a bad wrestler or anything. It was just, you know, TK Landon pulled off that last move, and that's what held him down. But, you know, TK Landon's proved that it wasn't a fluke win for him either, as he's been undefeated in the TKWF in so far 3 episodes, possibly 4 if he has a match here tonight. But he's beaten Doc, and he's also beaten Andre Salas twice now, and he's still our world champion. You know, he hasn't defended the title since winning it, but, you know, you don't have to defend your title every time when you're the world champion, because people are afraid of facing you. Oh, and we're starting off already. Jackson getting some nice hits in. And Doc already taking reins in this match. And the elbows to the head are just unreal. Oh, and a nice jawbreaker there. And now Jackson back on top. A reminder that if you watched the match last week between Jackson and Grim Oxley, you know, they, as I explained, they knew each other from day one of training. You know, they know each other inside and out. And, you know, they put on an amazing match. And, you know, Jackson kicked out of the Reaper's Bane, which very few people do, only to succumb to the grim ending. So, you know, surely enough, he's got something to prove in this match. You know, yeah, he may have lost, but he put up a great fight. Can he pull off the victory here? But Doc is putting a bit of a beating down on him right now. Poor Jepsen barely able to fight back at this point. Oh, and a knee to the head now. And a clothesline. And a DDT. Oh, and the kick to the back now. Oh, a nice arm wrench here. Or an arm bar of some sort. Jackson is trying his best to keep Doc on the ground. He is fighting in a bit differently than we saw him fight against Oxley. But in a way that's kind of good. And now Jackson beating down Doc. Oh! Nice neck breaker turned into a knee to the face there. But surely enough, we have a brilliant match between these two right now. And they are showing their damnedest to be... Oh, a nice DDT through the second rope there. And oh, kick to the face. And Doc reverses. Oh, and a big boot from Doc. Now Doc back on the offense now. These two are putting up an amazing fight here. And surely enough, oh, a sidewalk slam from Doc. I was going to say, surely enough, Jepsen is trying his damnedest to fight back, but Doc's just slamming him left, right, and center. Doc taking some time to cheer to the crowd, which is not a good sign when you've got Jackson in the ring, because stuff like this happens. Oh, a nice diving clothesline there. Now Jackson fighting back now. Oh, a nice punch combo. Now Jackson getting fired up, firing up the crowd. Oh, going for the cover after the punch combo, hoping that that was enough to keep him down. And 2 count, not quite enough yet. He's still got to put some damage down on Doc before that happens. Oh, but the carousel! The carousel! Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Jackson Jepsen moves... Well, I was going to say moves on. He's not moving on. He pulls off the win against Doc, hitting the carousel. The move that almost put Grim Oxley down last week. It was an amazing performance by both of these guys. But Jackson Jepsen, there he is once again hitting the carousel. His famous move that only one person has ever kicked out of, and that was Grim Oxley. So, congratulations, Jackson Jepsen, for getting a win and redeeming yourself in the TKWF's eyes, though you didn't really need it because you put up an amazing fight last week. We're going to see some great things coming out of Jackson Jepsen in the future, but for now, we have Andre Salas coming out to make a promo. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with Andre Salas. Let's hear what he has to say. Oh, TK Landon's coming out to the ring now. Oh. Oh my god. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Salas just said that, you know, he knows that he can beat TK Landon. He reckons TK Landon knows that he can beat him. And that it's come to the fact that he wants another match to prove that he can beat Landon. So Landon's like, well, if we're going to do it, let's put both titles on the line. That way, when I beat you, I get something out of it. So, for our main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a double championship match. So that means both the world title and Intercontinental titles will be defended and put on the line, and the winner will leave with both titles. It's going to be an interesting showing. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is it's going to be interesting, to say the least. But for now, we have somewhat of a grudge match, if you will. This all spanned from episode 1, when we had Rufus Rush versus Vex versus who was, I don't even remember who the third member was in the ladder match. I apologize to whoever that was, but I mean, sorry, Jesse Kincaid was the third member. But yeah, this will span when Rufus Rush won the ladder match, and then surely enough, he wanted to defend his title to prove that, you know, he wasn't a rookie, and it came down to a fatal 4-way elimination match with these two superstars plus two new superstars in the Dragon and Luke Valiant. And sure enough, Vex came out on the win. I mean, him and Dragon were beating down on Rufus Rush in this match. Oh, well, we're kicking it off really quick. Rufus Rush beating down Vex now. Oh, there's Grim Oxley. Grim Oxley is scaring scaring Rufus Rush away from Vex. Vex is back up. Oxley, oh my god, what? Oxley has just turned on Vex. What is going on here? Well, this match was meant to be Rush versus Vex, but I don't think Vex is able to continue. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at a loss for words. We were meant to have Rufus Rush versus Vex here tonight, and if Rufus Rush won, he would have the opportunity to challenge in the multi-man title match and either choose the match stipulation or the third member. But because Vex was unable to compete, Rush technically won the match. The match hadn't officially started, but because Rush beat him down before the match started, and then Grim Oxley came out and attacked him, I don't know what to do. So, what I feel my best choice of action here is, next week we will have a triple threat elimination match, Falls Count Anywhere, for the multi-man title. It'll be Vex defending his title against Rufus Rush and Grim Oxley. That's the best choice of action. I'm going to choose a stipulation because Rufus Rush technically didn't win his match. So, since Grim Oxley wants to blindside the champion, I'm sure we'll give him a title match. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the main event of the evening. The match that we all have been looking into. Now this all started when Andre Salas and TK Landon won their title matches in episode 1. They both became the Intercontinental and World Champions. And then they had a showcase match to showcase the two in episode 2. And the match ended in a countout. These two were putting each other through hell. Both Salas and TK Landon almost won the match. But it came to... Landon didn't get back inside the ring in time... back outside the ring and back in time to reset the clock, and he won by a count-out victory. So,
introducing the challenger from Newark, New Jersey, weighing in at 202 pounds.
That's what led to the match last week, where it was a false count anyway match, so that there were no count-outs. And TK Landon won. So Andre Salas demanded a rematch to show that he can win. And Landon said, why not put both titles on the line? So surely enough, that is what we're doing. Both the Intercontinental Champion and the World Championship on the line here tonight in a double championship match. Who will leave as both the World and Intercontinental Champions and be the first ever double champion in the TKWF. It's going to be an interesting match, and we are kicking it off right now with Andre Salas using his speed to gain an advantage, getting on top of TK Landon early on in this match. We've got to watch out for the unbelievable kick. That will keep people down, but also the Blue Thunder Bomb from Andre Salas is also something that we've got to watch out from, because that's how he won the Intercontinental Championship, and that's how he's almost put TK Landon down in both matches they've had so far. A reminder, even though that TK Landon is 2-0 in this 3-match series that we have seen between these guys, and this will be the last time we see these two face off, at least for a while. Although TK Landon is 2-0 in this series, Andre Salas has put on an amazing performance in both. I mean, he only just lost in the first match to a countout because TK Landon was too slow to get in and outside the ring to reset the ring out count. And then the second one was a bit more TK Landon started, but Andre Salas felt a bit off in that match. He even said in the interviews, no excuses. I didn't perform well in that match. I was a bit off in that night. So, he admits that TK Landon had the second match won. But he says that he knows he can beat TK Landon. TK Landon knows it. He can beat TK Landon. So, why not have a third match and show this off? And, these two have a bit of animosity against each other. And, this match is going to be the end of this trilogy of matches that we have seen. And for the most part, it's going to be the best that we've ever seen of these guys. Because both their titles are on the line this time. There is more at stake. A reminder, this match is a false count anyway match. So there are no countouts. This match will end in pinfall or submission victory. And that is final. And surely enough, this match is going to lead into something really, really interesting when we have a double champion, because, they're not going to be able to defend both titles at the same time, normally, because I like to have all the titles defended at once. So that means that they're either going to have to defend both titles in 2 separate matches throughout the night, or surely enough, a nice kick combo there from TK Landon. surely enough, they're going to have to defend one title one week or in the second title the next week, and it's going to be chaos to try book that. But, you know, I feel like... Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb, here we go! Could we see... Oh, he doesn't go for the pin afterwards. He feels like that may not be enough. Or he chooses to go for the pin now after he sees how Landon was flat out. Oh, but a kick out at 1. He should have gone for the cover at the first place. He probably would have won. Now Landon taking time to meditate in the middle of the ring. Probably not a smart thing to do when the world title is on the line, but who am I to judge? He is the undefeated TK Landon. The unbelievable TK Landon. And surely enough, the world champion TK Landon. So, I mean, sure as hell, we have a nice DDT from TK Landon now. TK Landon has basically taken reins in this match. Andre Salas had quite a bit of a beating on to TK Landon, but now it's Landon's time. Oh, never mind. Salas is back on top. These two are going to go hard. They're going to try everything they can to win this match and become the double champions. Prove that they are better. Oh, here we go, the Kochi Clutch. I believe that's what he calls it. No, it's Kochi something. I don't know if it's Clutch. But he almost locked it in. If he had have locked that in, he could have won this match. Oh, and the running knee. The running knee can only mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen. And surely enough, the unbelievable kick is coming. Will this be it? Will we see our first double champion? 3 we do. TK Landon has just beaten Andre Salas for the 3rd time in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match this has been, and what an episode 4 we have had in the TKWF. But, alas, poor Andre Salas has succumbed to the unbelievable kick. Once again, TK Landon standing strong as a double champion here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want more content from me, hit the subscribe and the bell. And next week, we will have the TKWF coming back Wednesday night at 7 PM. So, good afternoon, good night, and goodbye.